La la la. Okay, today's July 2nd, 2025. I am going to be 61 years old at the end of this month, and I just got fired again. Whoops, there's no camera. Hi. Anyway, and I just got fired again. So, yay, you know. I don't know. It is what it is. Everything is going sideways. I mean, okay, here's the thing with this job. So actually, I'm going to talk about it because why not? I'm just going to get it out so that I can let it go because otherwise it's going to weigh upon me. So I'm hoping that I can just get this out and feel better. My teeth, I need to, I hope they don't look totally, there we go. I need to get something to drink and then I'm going to talk about this job that I just got fired from. Um, it's unfortunate. I was helping people, and I'm really sad about the fact that it came down the way it did. But the people that I was working for, I feel like when we want to talk about waste, fraud, and abuse, okay, we can look at them right there. The company that I was working for, I saw that, right? And it's like, and it bothered me. It made me mad. It made me mad to see people making the kind of money they were making, and not everybody, just some people, you know. And it's like, here's the thing, people that get in this bubble and don't realize how privileged they are. And I have a hard time being around people like that don't comprehend how privileged they are. And and I worked with this woman, and I'm going to tell you, her name was Tammy Edgerton. And she's evil. She like did shit like, okay, the other day, I'm gonna get some water. Okay, wait, before I do that though, I don't know if I'm even streaming because I never know. I can check it and see, but I'm recording it too. I don't even know if who knows what I'll do. Um, Over here though. Although I think, because I might talk, I'm sorry, my head hurts. I just got fired, so. I got escorted, like it was so like humiliating and dehumanizing the way that they did it, right? And I'm like, you work with elderly people who every day, right, who are in the system, and you treated me like that I when I got hired, there was a program called Oregon Project Independence Medicaid, and nobody knew anything about it. They just kind of put it in my lap and left me there with it, right? Well, I made the mistake of telling the boss the other day, who is running Oregon Project Independence Medicaid? And she said, I am. And I'm like, okay, so then are you going to record this training session for me? Because I have to go out in the field and I have scheduled a vacation. And she was like, oh, well, and I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, do your fucking job. So I'm not surprised I got fired. I didn't say that to her, but that's how I felt, right? Because I'm like,
Incoming voice call from Coos Bay City Hall.
Oh, City Hall. Hello? This is me. Hi. Okay, okay. Why? Yeah, they fired me. But I'm sitting at home. Why? What happened? I'm like just at home. I'm like, why? They fired me. Okay, but why are they calling the police? Well, no kidding. They fired me. Why would I go back there? That is hilarious. Okay, oh, yeah. I have no desire to go back there. But wow, that's cool. Yeah, wow. That is wow. All right, thanks. Thanks. Bye. Yeah. Oh, actually, it will be. Thank you. Bye. Bye. Oh my God. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my God. They fucking called the police on me. glad I was recording. Not that it matters, but, you know. All right. Okay. 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 So that was interesting. That was a phone call from the police telling me not to go back onto South Coast Business's property, which I wouldn't. Like, why would I go back there? They fired me. Like, what is it that, why would they even? It's like, I am appalled. I will tell you, okay, I am going to tell a story. When I started working there, I was left on my own pretty much from the beginning. The two people that were doing the hiring had to go to a meeting that week out of town. I was left there with somebody who didn't know the program and somebody who didn't want to teach me anything and also didn't really know the program, who wasn't doing her job at all. She didn't want to train me. She was never kind to me, ever. That's not true. Let me rephrase that. Sometimes she was kind to me, but she was also very vindictive and very underhanded. And the things that she did made me uncomfortable because I knew all of this that just happened right here with the police and all of that was her manipulating everything that happened. Those women, it's so funny to me because they act like like my boss said to me the other day. I said, I don't think I signed up for this. I really don't. I'm getting phone calls. That particular day, I had a woman come and yell at me because she wasn't getting paid because in the system, it wasn't working. But they were blaming it on me, even though it wasn't my fault. So I'm trying to fix it, right, with this woman who's not getting paid. My coworker hears this whole conversation with my other coworker where I had tried to save this one woman from being angry. What she does, and when the woman comes back, instead of telling the woman, I'm pretty sure my coworker's working on this and having my back, she throws me under the bus. I got pissed and I said something about that, right? Nobody thinks that that's what she did. However, my boss has told me, well, everybody knows how she is. That's Melissa Devenspike has said that. Oh, well, everybody knows how Tammy Edgerton is. Everybody knows that she's a mean girl. We all know that. That's just what we deal with. Because she's got probably dirt on you. Would be my guess. I don't know for sure. But from my being there, I'm going to say waste, fraud, and abuse wouldn't even be something that I would sneeze at because I could see it happening, right? Like they'll work from home and there's their dogs and their kids and, whatever. Do what you want to do. But when I get the police call me in my home and tell me in my home not to come to your property like I ever want to see your face again, it just confirms that I did not need to be working there. It confirms what kind of people you are. It confirms, yeah, that's true. You voted for Trump and it shows. That's Tammy didn't, but she's still not a good person. We all know that. She's manipulative. Everything she does is manipulative. And you, Melissa, who tells me that you need to be strong to do this job, are weak, the weakest of all, because you cannot make Tammy fucking listen to you, because you have no goddamn balls. So that's what I'm going to say. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to hashtag this for South Coast Business because I did nothing from the minute I walked through that door, except for bust my ass for you people. And I was treated like this. The police call me in my home and tell me not to come back to your property. I really hope you have the day you deserve. Oh, I see. Oh, you took that as a threat. Oh, I get it. The day you deserve, even though, I guess that means you think you deserve a bad day, right? That is hilarious. That is so funny. I did. I texted her and I said, I hope you have the day you deserve. And then she called the police because she thought that was a threat. So what does that tell you about her? Think about that. If somebody said to me, I hope you have the day you deserve, I would be like, thank you, I hope so too. Right? Not, I wouldn't call that a threat, but I bet that's why. Oh well, whatever. They're funny. That's hilarious. How weak. Anyway, I probably shouldn't have said that. That wasn't a threat. I never even thought about that. I mean, I guess, that tells you what she thinks of herself, right? That's what I would think how that is, right? Not the day I said you deserve, the day that you deserve. I don't know, whatever. I guess that could be construed as a threat. I didn't think about that. I probably shouldn't have done that. I wish I would have thought that through a little bit more. I have heard people say that to me, and I always took it as a thank you. And I sent that via text, so that could be why. Anyway, I should probably go tell my son that. He'll probably be mad at me. Maybe I'll just keep that to myself. Although I didn't mean it like that. I mean, she gets what she deserves, right? She asked for Tammy. That's what I meant by it, not anything like violent or mean. Okay, I should have thought that through. Well, I'll be right back. Okay, I know what it was. Oh. I know why. I know where they come from. Anyway, okay, my son's like, yeah, they could. Oh, I didn't think, because when I left, I had like curtains that I had hung up, and I wanted to get my curtains down, so I got up on the desk to get them down so I could reach them. My son's like, they could call that a threat. I'm like, oh, I guess you're right, huh? Oops, sorry. I said, I guess looking back at it, it was kind of childish, but I was pissed. I worked hard for these people, and to just have somebody come in and like escort me out like that without. Although she did say, "Oh, well, you," because I wrote a letter to my boss, 8 pages. I think I might have even read it one time on here, because when it happened, I yelled at Tammy. Well, then she did something to me again the other day. She undermined me again the other day. She's disrespectful to me, and she tries to be that way, and they've let her. And the reason why is because I work circles around here. However, now that I'm gone, they're going to be able to pick through everything I've done, and she'll be able to pick it all apart. And I'm like, okay, whatever. I don't care. Fuck it. Fuck you. Whatever. I got shit done. But all right, I'm gonna look at. I'm gonna go. I can't believe that happened with the cops. Well, now I see why. I guess I can see why that was thought as a threat. But whatever. I'm gonna go. But I got this recorded and streamed for what? Prosperity, because I lost another fucking job. And then they called the police on me because I said, I hope you get the life you deserve. Why would that be a threat? I don't understand that. Well, I don't know that that's why she called the police, though. But I'm pretty sure that that's probably why. Maybe? I don't know. Whatever. It's stupid. Why would I go back there? That's so dumb. I'm like, I'm at home. What? What do you want? That was funny. That was funny. Why would I go back there? They fired me. There's no reason for me to go back there ever. God, that's so dumb. That is so dumb. What makes them think that... See, but here's the thing, though, is now I'm wasting my time on this, so I need to figure something else out to do. Because in reality, what I tend to do, which is what I did in this situation, is I push it. Because I was getting really bad. Like, they gave me, like, okay, I started this job in October of last year, right? Then by November, I was like, I started taking cases because the girl that was training me, she didn't fucking give a shit and she was ignoring them. Tammy, that's Tammy Edgerton. She ignored the cases. And so I was like, dude, we're starting to look bad because I'm working here too and you're ignoring everything. So I decided to go ahead and take the bull by the horns and start getting shit done. So I did. Well, next thing I know, that, you know, I had 63 cases. I'm like, you've given me 50. I said, you've given me 50 cases. This is starting to be too many cases. I don't feel comfortable taking more cases than this, right? So then my boss says to me, oh, well, maybe you can write your, and that would be Melissa Devon Spike says to me, oh, well, maybe you can write your process down from the beginning to end and I can go through and help you streamline it. Okay, I just said I have 50 cases. Do you think I fucking have time to write down my process for you so that you can write in everything? Like they had me compile stuff, so I have stuff compiled. So they have books that they can go through. Like I made procedures. They kept saying, write down your procedures. That's why. See, they wanted me to, like I saw this coming, and that's fine. I pushed it too because I don't want to work with people like that. I don't want to work with people that allow one woman to manipulate them all so badly that she has control of everything, right? It's like, and she must have dirt on them. I'm sure she's worked there 25 years. That woman has never done anything. She's such a fucking slug. Oh, by the way, Tammy, you're a slug. I feel so sorry for your husband. I am telling you. Oh my God, that man, all the toys in the world would not be worth spending 5 fucking minutes alone with you like that. Ugh, I can't even imagine. You're so mean. Anyway, I thought for a while you might be okay. And then the real you came out and you turned into the slug that you are. It was even like seeing a human being in you and thinking that you kind of were semi-attractive. And then your face, like everything, it turned into what you really were, which is not nice. So they intentionally mean, and everybody allows you to be that way. And it's unfortunate because there is a nice person in there. I can see it. I just think it's been too many years that you've been doing this that you just don't give a shit anymore. You think that you have the right to treat other people badly because you're so good and you did so well that you are superior, and you're not. You poop the same as everybody. It's unfortunate. You all feel that way. That's a funny thing that I don't think any of you got. Melissa, Tylin, although I have more respect for her than the rest of you. I'll just put that out there. Much more. Although I'm sure it doesn't matter. But I would say out of the three of you, she's probably the one I respect the most. She's the one that works the hardest. The other ones, like, I don't know what you're doing. But, hi, Doug. Hi, Doug. How are you? How are you? Anyway, I shouldn't say that because I'm not saying that you don't work. That's not for me to say. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that you are blinded to, I don't know. I just don't even think you give a shit. That's the thing. I don't think you fucking care. You're not in it because you care about people. You're in it because you make money and you can work from home, you know? You're not in it because you care about people. That's what I think. That's what I see. That's what I saw. That was my observation. And it really bothered me because I didn't get any support trying to do this. When I would have a problem, I would come to Melissa, who would tell me, oh, come to me with your problems. And I would come to her and say, Melissa, I have a problem. I can't figure this out on the emergency response systems. And Melissa says to me, oh, we'll figure it out. And then goes back to FaceTiming her grandchild. And I'm like, okay, let's go figure that out then. And I go figure it out. I think one time she invited me to come in and discuss something. But you know, from the beginning when I started, nobody made me feel welcome at all. So like I brought my stuff and I put it up and I tried to make myself feel welcome. And I still never felt welcome. So, I mean, I'm not surprised they fired me because I took all my shit down. I took all my pictures home. I took everything down. I was getting ready to go, you know, because I didn't want to be there anymore. I don't want to be surrounded by people like that. You are what you surround yourself by. And I couldn't be around, like I'm having a hard time though. This town, people, all in general, it's not only the town, it's in general. People are just so, like, Trump's disappearing people and they're going to sign the big, beautiful bill. So my job probably would have gotten lost anyway. The thing about it is that I think, like, I don't know. Oh my God, they're funny. I just don't even know, you know, what we're going to do anymore. I need to find another job. I do know that much. Again, God damn it. I just am so tired of this. And I'm hoping, I don't know, like I'm hoping they don't touch Social Security because I'm hoping to be able to get some Social Security. But I don't know, we might just be, like my son and I are talking, we're probably just going to sell my house and then pay off our debts and he can buy something smaller. You know what I mean? I just need to get another job. I don't know where now. Like, I burned my bridges in this town. I have burned so many jobs in this town. And then to have the police call me and tell me I'm not welcome back there. I'm like, are you kidding? Why would I ever come back there? Like, that is so stupid. Why would I do that? Clearly they didn't know me at all. Which is really, see, just goes to show you. I worked there for like over 6 months and they didn't even take the time to get enough to know me that when I walk away from something, I fucking walk away. I am not going to come back. Why would I go back? That's just the stupidest thing. I'm like, okay. Like I said, clearly they didn't know me. I don't know. What is stupid Trump doing today? I'm tired. I don't know what to do. Hold on again. It sucks not having friends. I mean, at least one friend. But it's okay. Like to talk to when something like this happens. Because, I mean, literally, I got like, I guess standing up on the desk, whatever though. I wanted to get my curtains down. I guess I could have just left them. I probably should have just left them now that I'm thinking about it, but I was really angry. I feel like I was treated bad. Like, I did a lot for these people, you know, for them to treat me that way without, they're like, oh, you got a verbal warning one time for your behavior before. Is that what that was? Was that a verbal warning that Melissa, that woman is so fucking weak. She didn't even, like the first day, oh my God, it is just pathetic. She doesn't do her job. Like, that's the problem. The problem wasn't me and the problem wasn't Tammy. The problem is Melissa does not do her fucking job. Because Melissa did her job, she would not let Tammy treat people that way. She would not be manipulated by her. But Melissa doesn't do her job. That is the bottom line. if Melissa was doing her job, she would have coordinated me meeting up with people at APD so that I could have learned my job. But she doesn't do that. She says she meets with them once a week. Like my boss, Melissa. Okay, so we work with aging and people with disabilities. It's South Coast Business. What South Coast Business is it is a nonprofit that is contracted out from aging and people with disabilities to, and I did not sign a disclosure, so I can fucking say what I want because it's the United States of America, and they called the police on me. So I can say what I want, but so anyway, and they're a nonprofit who the state contracts out to carry cases after they have been approved for a project, or it's called Oregon Project Independence Medicaid. I had zero training on this, none. I had no training when I went in. When they finally set up training, okay, this is it. I finally get notification at the 18th of last month that there is training that's going to be on the 26th or 24th. The 24th, 25th, 26th, I think, were the 3 days that they were going to have training. I found out about that on the 18th. I started doing this in November of last year. This is when I found out about this training, right? Whenever I've asked questions, they send me like a link to where there is something in writing in like, it's not a procedures manual. It's bits and pieces that are put together. And I understand it's a new program and they're learning that. So I asked, everyone's learning. So I asked my boss to please get me something that could read for me so that I didn't have to read the text. And of course that didn't work out. But anyway, why would that have worked out? But anyway, so they finally have this training, but they have the training when I am scheduling to meet with consumers, right? Like I have meetings with consumers and then I had a vacation planned. And I'm like, what the hell? And I did say something about that. See, so I probably got in trouble for that too. That probably was my behavior too. Because I reached out to APD and I said, okay, you scheduled this training and then you won't record it, and then I'm supposed to be changing my schedule around when you give me 2 days notice, because it was like I got the notice I think on Thursday or Friday, and the following Monday I was angry, right? And it's like I said something. I don't know if these people talk to each other, they might, but I said something. They have you do anonymous reviews, and my anonymous review clearly wasn't anonymous, but it doesn't matter because I've been showing my frustration. Because I mean, I asked for help. They took a case and they gave it back, then they took it, no, they gave me a case, then they took it back. Then they gave it back to me. Then I tried to get a hold of the person. Well, the person wasn't answering their phone. So then the person was pissed. And so, like, I finally got through and I went to the person's house. And when I got to the person's house, she forgot about the appointment. So I sat on her porch and I talked to her. And I didn't even really do the job I was supposed to do because I was supposed to go back and see her. But I'm like, let's just get everything signed. And then I can come back and meet with you. And we can get this finalized. But I want to get this signed so that we can get your home care worker in place, right? And so like, okay, cool. So I'm talking to her. We're trying to get all this lined up. In the meantime, before all that happened, they had gone and filed. I think I've talked about. I don't care. I'm talking about it again. It makes me mad because I'm the one that got blamed for all of this, right? It's like this is my fault that I got angry, and it's like. No. This is not my fault that I got angry. This is what I went through. I went through all of this and had no support because Melissa Devon Spike does not do her job. That is why. I should have had some support through all of that, right? Not, oh, I'm sometimes on the phone or whatever. I should have had a support system and I didn't. And it's ridiculous. And it's like, okay, so, okay, like she said, I am not strong enough for that job because it takes a strong person to do that. And I will agree with that. I clearly was not strong enough because I needed more support than I was getting. So, and it's like, and it made me angry. It made me really angry that I wasn't valued. I was valued so much that they called the police on me. That's how much I was valued there. Because Tammy manipulated everything and they fucking fell for it. Because you know why? Because they're weak. And it's so funny that she tells me I'm weak. And I'm like, no, I'm not weak. I don't get manipulated by someone like Tammy and spend my whole life at the same job, at this cush job. And for I hope. I do not want Oregon. I don't want to see Oregon Project Independence Medicaid go away because of the people that it's helping. But I would love for you to see how it is to not have your little fucking cush money pile there that you've been riding on for however long you've been riding this. Because you've been riding it for a while. And that is waste, fraud, and abuse, in my view. I was privileged for a little bit. It was kind of cool. I was privileged for a minute, and then I quit being privileged, so it's kind of a drag, but whatever. Then they started believing whatever Tammy said, and it's like, I don't know. It's okay. I don't care. Now they're going through my files. They're combing through my files. And I'm probably, well, I was kind of organized. I got a little disorganized towards the end because they started slamming me. I mean, I started out with 23 cases. I had 23 cases when everything went public. I think it was May 1st. Between May and June, in those 2 months, I went from 23 cases to 63 cases. And I had to put up with being treated like shit, right? On top of that. Like, I'm trying to wrap my mind around this. Okay, so this is how that worked. Was it May that we went? I feel like it was May 1st, or was it April 1st? I think it was May 1st that we went live. And then, I should Google that. It doesn't really matter. Whether it was 2 months or 3 months, 60 cases, it was either 20 cases a month or it was a lot of cases that they were just slamming me with. And I had a coworker who was trying to do everything she could to undermine me the whole time. And my boss just, la la la. Hi, I'm good. Oh, kids. That's not true. I know that's not fair. I know that's not fair. I will admit that wasn't fair. But it's okay. Because that was how I saw it. Even though I know that wasn't true. I know that she did more things than what I saw. I am aware of that. And I will fully admit that. But when I felt the majority of the time that I needed help, she felt like she shouldn't have to help me. Like I should just be able to fix it, which is fine. No, it's not though. It's not fine. I want training. I wanted to know what I was doing. I mean, I feel like it was upon her when this program became something that she was, because she said I asked her, see, that's what I did. I said, so who's the director of Oregon Project Independence Medicaid? And she said, I am. And I'm like, you are. Okay, well, if that's the case, then it was upon her to be sure that I had correct training. If people weren't responding to me, it was upon her. Because at one point I wasn't letting her know that people weren't responding to me. So I can say that. That said, so I'll give her that though. That's true. Because for a while I wasn't CCing her. And the main reason why was because there's nothing she would do for me. It's like my first crisis. I remember my first crisis, right? And I was like freaking out because I've not done this before, right? And I get this phone call and it's like, I had just met with this woman and she was, no, well, and I'm not saying her name, so I don't think I'm disclosing anything, but she had Parkinson's disease and something had happened and she was left with the support system that she didn't have. And we couldn't do anything except for give her 20 hours a week. And she really, really needed more than that, right? And I went to my boss and I'm like, I don't know what to do. And she's like, oh, it was just like, I really felt like the lack of support, was really, I didn't feel supported in that situation at all, right? And I think that I should have walked away right then. That's what I think. I mean, I thought about it. I really thought about it, and I think I should have. And it's really funny because what Ryland said to me was, you shouldn't have taken the job to begin with, Mom. And he's right. I shouldn't have. He's right. I should have known from the very beginning that this would not be a good job for me, because there's too many triggers dealing with these kinds of people, like the the cohort that I'm dealing with, the population that we're helping, right? Like people that are um, people that are destitute and just aren't doing well, right? I mean, we're living in the United States of America right now. This is called Oregon Project Independence Medicaid. There are so many people right now who are don't have shit. They don't have anyone to help them. They are barely getting any help from wherever they get, Oregon Project. I mean, 20 hours a week. Some people don't need that. They're just, I just can't even. She's right. I'm not strong enough. That's fine. I don't want to be strong like that. Seriously? Come on. Odin. Come on. Come on. Odin! Odin. Come on. And now I gotta look for another job. I can get another job. This town, it's killed me here. It's been really hard. They're too big. See, I got fired before they get fixed. Of course. Hey! No! Come on, now! Come! Now! Come on! Oh. All right. I still can't get past them calling the police, telling me not to go back on their property. Why the fuck would I go back there? That place had the worst energy. I tried so hard. Like, I took pictures and I took tapestries and I tried to make it. I even I didn't smudge it. I had some witch's salt. Then I tried to cleanse it to get rid of the energy, because the energy there was horrible. God, it was hard to be around that energy, because it was so draining. It just didn't feel uplifting. Like, I don't know if the building was built on a freaking burial ground or what. And I know my child was always like, it looks like the human trafficking goes out of there. I'm like, I don't know. I haven't seen that, but I don't know. But anyway, I don't know. The energy was really not a positive thing. It was funny because, I don't know, I got to get past this. So I need to move forward. I have a headache, though, from it all, because, and then they call the police. I'm just like, oh, all right. I guess I'm threatening. Whatever. Jesus Christ, people are stupid. It just confirms to me, though, that it's a good thing I'm not there. Because if they're really that fucking immature and petty to think that, or like I said, they just didn't even try to get to know me. Because if they knew me at all, they would have known that I would never go. Why would I bother? Like, I just am so confused. I don't know. Anyway, okay. So I wonder what Trump's been doing today. Can we see what stupidness? See, now here's the thing that's getting me, is I still think everything's kind of being glazed over. I don't know. Hold on. Let's see what stupidness is. I just got fired. Yay! Oh, the big beautiful bill. Okay, what's happening with that? So it passed that. Oh, House. Okay. House to take up Senate version of Trump's mega bill. I mean, I was gonna lose my job anyway. It's gonna pass, probably. Oh. Huh. What did she say? Oppa! Hey. Okay, I'm gonna quit streaming. I got fired today. I got fired. I don't know what to do. I'm so tired of being fired. I'm not a bad person. I just don't like being fucking treated like garbage. I just can't. I did for so long. I took it for so long, and now it's just so hard. And I mean, I understand. I think I understand why they let me go. I talk to myself. I do. I sit there and I talk to myself and I mumble because I'm so irritated. And I get that. I get it. You know? But if I was treated respectfully, I wouldn't get that way. I just wonder if I expect too much from people. I expect too much respect. I'm not sure. I don't know. It's not even that. I expect people to follow through. I don't know. It doesn't even matter. I think I'm just a different kind of person. And I don't know. I mean, I guess climbing on the desk might have been dumb. I wanted my curtains. Of course, when I got them home, I wished I hadn't got them. I was just mad. You really want to know why I did it, though? I'll tell the truth as to why I did it. The reason I did it is because I've lost weight and I know I look good, and none of them. They all are, and I know this is so fucking shallow, but it's true. They've all got that belly going on that I was able to get rid of. And so I had to stand on the desk and be like, yeah, well, I've lost weight. And look what's happened to you since I've been here. Nothing. You're still a slug. Because you don't care enough to care about yourself. Instead, you want to sit there and be miserable and sit in your miserableness and make everybody miserable around you. That's what you're okay with, and everybody is okay with that because they've got so much of their other stuff. Oh, there goes a helicopter. It's loud AF. Hi, dog. Hi, dog. Oh. Oh, God, I'm gonna have to get this out. I hate it when stuff like this happens, especially when they call the police on me. It makes me feel so bad about myself. Did they fucking think that I'm so bad that they had to call the police on me? Are you kidding me? I'm like, what the fuck? I mean, yes, I did say, I hope you have the life you deserve, but I'm talking, I mean, why would I'm trying to wrap my mind around. If you think you're a good person and you think you deserve good things, why would that be threatening to you? It doesn't make sense to me. So I'm confused why you would see that as a threat. Now I know saying that I'm going to call the consumers was probably not a good thing. And I won't do that, but I was pissed. So whatever. I do have their information though. And there's a couple I would like to call and say, I'm sorry, I am no longer working for South Coast Business. I could not get along with my coworker, and so they have let me go. Because of my behavior. Which, whatever. I don't care. It's true. I mean, she triggered me. She fucking triggered me. It's funny because I went and visited my sister in California, and they're so much alike. It's funny. I mean, I grew up with someone like her, manipulative, fucking, just very unhappy because I'm so unhappy. And I threatened her. You know? And the thing about it is that it doesn't even really matter because the fact that they took such advantage of me. 63 cases when they find, it's just I can't even. And I don't know how they ended up getting someone to take over that. I guess Tammy will be working overtime. I don't know. I don't know how they must have hired someone when I was gone on my trip. In the few days I was gone. I don't know. I'm guessing that it's not that big of a deal that someone can just take over it because she's awesome. I don't know. some of my consumers are going to fall through the cracks. I've got somebody who's waiting on a chair, you know what I mean? Fucking Tammy doesn't know anything about that. She has no clue about that. It's like, but she's gonna think she fucking knows everything, right? I mean, I have emails about stuff, so if you go through all my stuff, you'll be able to figure it out. Well, Melissa knows about the chair, but they're not. It's just ridiculous. I can't believe that they did that. And the way that they did that was so wrong. But, whatever. I've been being kind of crabby. So, I kind of forced it a little bit. But I don't think I forced the police being called on me. That was ridiculous. How fucking petty. That's exactly why I shouldn't be working there. Alright, I need to go. I'm gonna have to get past this. It's gonna be hard. No, it won't. It'll be fine. My son's like, go to the beach. No, I fucking want to drink. That's what I want to do, so. Fuck. I'm not gonna go find a fucking AA meeting. Fuck. 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 Alright. Peace out. Go to the stop gym membership.